So we're gonna react what I need to
What's
watch.
good, everybody? It's your boy Malcolm, and I'm back for another video.
So I guess we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch. It's 20 minutes. 20 minutes long. Or maybe let's choose a different one. Further off. Okay, let's watch this one. Ben's worst aliens of all time. Oof, is this guy a Ben 10 fan? I don't know.
And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Ben 10's worst aliens. As most of us know, I'm a pretty big fan of Ben.
Let me change my stream chat. My title. Worst. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch now. I'm not on YouTube. Because in my opinion, YouTube has, like... What's the word? The streams are not very good quality. I mean, they are good quality, but, like, every time I stream on there and download it, the quality drops so much. And you can tell by my edits. But anyways, we'll just finish. Go subscribe to him. Go subscribe to him now. I give you like a couple of seconds, and so you guys can subscribe. Okay, let's watch.
Ben 10, and I love most of his aliens, but as time has gone on, a lot of his aliens have become pretty garbage. There are a lot of new ones that are introduced that already do things that past ones do, and then sometimes past ones get phased out. There's a lot that are just useless. And this video is going to be about finding those useless aliens and cooking them to oblivion. So if you can't tell by now, there's going to be a lot of hating in this video. So if you are a super fan and you cannot handle any criticism or hate on your favorite characters, you might want to click away because I'm about to go in. But before we get down to that,
hey bro, you can go in, but I'd be trying to dig you out if you say something I don't like.
make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that noti bell because I've been dropping a lot of videos and you guys do not want to miss any. And if you want more nerd content from me, you can check out my podcast, The Storm Podcast, where me and two of my bros talk about all the newest things in anime, comics, TV, movies. If it's nerdy, we talk about it on our podcast. But without further ado, let's get into it. All right, the first alien that we're going to be talking about is pretty self-explanatory. I think we all knew they were going to be on the list just because of their name alone.
Oh, the worst.
It's the worst. How could I not put the worst on the list?
You know, if I wanted to defend him, I could say he is resistant to lava. Is he going to say that? Is because the worst is indestructible, which is kind of weird to say because he's the worst. I mean, it's crazy because even though he is indestructible, he can't do nothing. He can't do nothing.
Even Ben knows that this guy fucking sucks. But you want to know the crazy part? He's not as bad as his name would make him sound. He's named the worst. But honestly, I don't think he's Ben's worst alien because he actually does have some positive traits. For instance, the worst is resistant to a lot, whether that's physical damage, fire. There's a lot of things he's resistant to. It's not easy to hurt the worst. But Ben has 50 better aliens that are resistant. Why would I ever pick the worst over Diamond Head, Cannonbolt, Swampfire, Wildvine? There are so many aliens that can heal themselves or are resistant that picking the worst just doesn't make any sense. Not only that, but it's just so ugly.
Yeah.
It's this dumb yellow, and then it only has underwear on. It's pretty fucking bad.
The worst
Honestly,
is just a
I
Gav
would be
character.
shocked if the worst had any fans out there, but he gotta go on this list.
Yeah,
Next up, I think we need to talk about an alien that's very near and dear to my heart. Because in the OG series, when he was first introduced, he was one of my favorites. I liked him a lot. He was super useful. He was overall a great alien.
Okay.
But then Alien Force came around and made him completely redundant and useless. I think a lot of you guys have figured out who I'm talking about by now. It's Ditto.
No.
The ability to copy and clone yourself.
The worst alien, like, I don't... Is he talking about like power scaling? Because like, dude, imagine if you're moving and let's say you don't have your Omnitrix recalibrated. I'm just joking, but like, he's not the worst because in Omniverse buffed him, did they? Because like in Omniverse, didn't they take away the feature where if one gets hurt, they all get hurt? Did Omniverse get rid of that, or is it still his feature?
Is so OP. When Ditto first came out, it was cool to be able to have Ben turn into a bunch of different versions of himself. He could spread out, he could gather information. It was really cool. But Echo can do everything that Ditto did, but 50.
Dude, I think Blitzwolf sucks. If I don't see Blitzwolf on here, I'm gonna get pissed. I think I am.
Times better. Not only can Echo copy himself, but he also has the Sonic Blast, which add an extra level to it, and Echo's more durable. There's really no reason why I would ever pick Ditto if I have Echo in my Omnitrix. Now, the one thing that Ditto can do that Echo can't is he can stop himself in the middle of his clones. So instead of making a full clone, he could stop and like be attached at the wrist or whatever. So he can make like a link of Dittos, but that's pretty useless. Why would I ever want to do that? I love Ditto, but yeah, he's useless. He got to go on the list. Next up, we have an alien that I think the creators thought were going to be a fan favorite, but ended up falling very flat. It's Blocks. Here's the thing about Blocks. He has a top tier design, but
I don't know. I think everyone, if you watch Omniverse, you could say he's a terrible character, but like, as Omniverse is going on, I believe, I did warm up to it. I just think they designed him so they can have more brutal scenes because when Blocks was fighting Albedo, he was getting ripped apart. I think Blocks is a fun character just because he's like weak doesn't make him the worst alien. I mean, I just don't think so. I think obviously Diamond Head is a better option, but like Blocks is just, I don't know. I think we all warmed up to him. I think
bottom tier logic.
I would pick Blocks over Blitzwolf. That's what I'm gonna say.
Concept of Blocks just doesn't make any sense. How do we have an alien made out of Legos? Like, am I supposed to believe that there's a planet out there where everything is made out of plastic, a man-made material? He looks cool, but I just don't get it. And yes, Ben has aliens that are made out of other things, but they're all natural. Like, he has aliens made out of rocks and diamonds and like plants and shit. Plastic, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But here's my problem with Blocks. He seems like he should be extremely cool because the ability to stretch and build and form into all types of different things is actually really cool. The only problem is his durability is a fucking zero. Every time he turns into anything, he just falls apart. Like, he'll make a big ass wall to keep somebody out and then it'll just get knocked down in a second. He stretches his arm to like climb and swing and things like that, but it just breaks. He's made out of fucking Legos.
Yeah, he's right.
Legos aren't that strong. Like, if I wanted a defensive alien to build walls and defenses and stuff like that, I mean, I sure as hell wish he was better than he is, but he's just not that good. Blocks gotta go on the list. Next up, we got another alien that is just downright redundant. It's Edel. Genuinely.
No.
I would love...
Edel? How are you gonna say that? He was holding back... He was holding back, Dagagor Vilgax. How could you, what?
If one person...
I will forgive him if I see Blitzwolf.
Could go in the comments and explain to me why I would ever pick Edel when Upchuck is an option. Like,
okay, I know Upchuck can eat planets, but like Upchuck doesn't have the body armor, like or like he doesn't have like physical attacks. All he can do is run and eat. Agagor can eat and fight, like, and he's super strong.
Who in the writer's room thought it was even a good idea to create Edel? Did they forget that Upchuck existed? Edel eats things and then spits out powerful blasts. Upchuck. And not only that, but Upchuck does it better in every way.
How?
Upchuck is better at moving than Edel is. Upchuck can eat way more than Edel.
Yeah, but Edel is built like a tank, and I think, in my opinion, in some cases, he would be a better pick than Upchuck.
Ever could. Upchuck has those cool tentacles where he can reach out and grab things from afar. There was an episode in Omniverse where the Upchucks ate the planet. Edel is just slow, he's ugly, and he's absolutely pointless. I'm willing to bet most of y'all forgot he even existed before I said this. I'm picking Upchuck. Now I know this next alien is gonna cause a bit of controversy, and don't get me wrong, I love this alien too. When I was in 4th grade and Alien Force first got announced, when I saw the original lineup, this alien was actually my favorite until I found out that he's extremely fucking useless. Some of you guys,
he's gonna say Goop. He's gonna say the off button. Watch.
Guys probably figured out who I'm talking about by now. It's Goop. Goop should be so awesome. The ability to be made out of goop, be impervious to all damage, to be able to slip into small spaces and do all types of things like that, that should be one of the best aliens that Ben has in his Omnitrix, except for one thing.
He saved the planet, I think.
The stupid fucking gravity disc.
Yeah,
if Goop didn't have that gravity disc, he would probably be...
He is right. Like, the gravity disc is a weakness, and they did add a double weakness, which is the off button, so he is right. But to say he's useless, I don't like it.
In Ben's top 5 best aliens of all time. But that gravity disc holds him back so bad. Oh, there's a small gap you need to slip through? Well, Goop can do it, except for he can't, because the gravity disc can't fit. Oh, you want to get in a fight where you don't take any damage and everything's okay? Too bad. They're just going to hit the gravity disc out of the air.
He's right.
The gravity disc is such a big downside to such a cool alien. If you guys remember, the way that Ben defeated Vilgax at the end of Ultimate Alien was having him turn into Goop, grabbing the gravity disc as a normal human and turning it off. And then he just ripped the Omnitrix right off of Vilgax's chest. Anyone can do that to Ben at any point in time when he turns into Goop. He's just not a good alien. And trust me, it hurts me to put him here because I like Goop so much, but he's just not good. Next up is another alien that I've spoken negatively about before. It's Astrodactyl. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
why wouldn't I just pick Jetray?
I agree with
get
this
it.
one.
Astrodactyl's supposed to be a little bit more for combat, but with the amount of speed that Upgrade possesses and those lasers, he really makes almost every flying alien kind of useless. But Astrodactyl specifically is supposed to be a flying combat alien, and
plus, he doesn't have a lot of screen time. And I have to agree, I don't like Astrodactyl because he is the replacement of Jetray.
that's exactly what Jetray is. Astrodactyl is just redundant and useless. And on top of that, he doesn't really look that cool. I know some of you guys are going to disagree with me on that. I know there's some Astrodactyl super fans out there. Clearly, I'm not one of them. If I had an Omnitrix, I'd literally never turn into Astrodactyl. If you guys have watched any of my videos about ranking the OG 10 aliens, you knew this alien was coming. No, it's not who you think it is. It's actually Wildmutt. Wildmutt was a good alien in the original 10.
You know what? I think Wildmutt is more useful than Ultimate Wildmutt.
Because he was a sensory alien, he was kind of a movement alien, I guess. But there are just so many aliens that do everything he does better now.
Ew.
Like, he's good for moving and traversing, but we have a billion aliens that are faster than him and can do it better. He's good for slashing and cutting and such. We have a billion aliens that can do that better. Sensory, he's up there. He's probably top 3, top 5. But when it comes down to sensory, I would pick Eye Guy or even Blitzwolfer over Wildmutt at this point. There's really not any point to pick.
I'm not picking Blitzwolf over Wildmutt. You are insane.
him. Even when we get down to his ultimate form, Ultimate Wildmutt really isn't much better than regular Wild.
See, I wish he put Ultimate Wildmutt because, like, if you pointed a gun to my head and told me the difference between Wildmutt and Ultimate Wildmutt, the only thing I could say is Ultimate Wildmutt talks. That's it.
I can't see any situations in which I would ever pick him. And it's a shame because Wildmutt actually does look cool. I like his design a lot. He's one of the cooler looking aliens, but he's just useless at this point. I know you guys knew this was coming because Ben has about 50 different brawler aliens you could pick, so I had to talk about his worst brawler alien in my opinion. We gotta talk about Bullfrag.
Ooh.
Bullfrag is just a big ass, dumb ass fraud.
Whoa.
There's really nothing to make.
Whoa. Whoa. You know what's crazy? I don't know. I'm shocked. I don't know, bro, because, like, Bullfrog was I think, I don't know, dude.
Make him special or better than any of Ben's other brawler aliens. I guess he has the extendo tongue,
Well,
but
the way he's saying it is, yeah, yeah, he is the weakest brawler alien. So,
tongue can't even extend that far without being hurt. There's not much reason why I would ever pick Bullfrag for anything. I just don't think it's good. And on top of that, it's just ugly. I don't think the design is cool. There's not really any benefits. Oh,
what? The design is cool.
Let me take that back. There's one benefit. Other than forearms, Bullfrag is the only other alien Ben has that's ever pulled a princess, so I guess that's worth something.
That vicious indifference.
Oh, well, it's an instinct, you know. I'm just naturally cold-blooded.
Let's talk about Spitter. Spitter can inflate into a ball.
No. That's cheating. Spitter is the best alien in the entire Ben 10 franchise. Spitter has never lost a fight in the entire series. He's the only alien. This is
Ball-like shape and spit out.
If you told me who would win, Alien X or Spitter, dude, I could not predict the future. Let's just say that.
A concentrated blast of very slippery slime. So what? You mean to tell me that the creators thought that there would ever be a time period in which I would pick Spitter if I wanted to shoot out slippery goo? Like, the goo doesn't even do anything.
Oh, you know what's crazy? It's not even goo. At first I thought it was acid, but Spitter does not spit out goo. It's literally throw up. It's literally throw up.
Just slippery. I could understand if it was acidic or it exploded or something like that. This just is worthless. If I want to make somebody slip, I'll pick Big Chill and freeze the ground.
He says that, but, like, Vilgax kind of lost to him.
And if I wanted a projectile alien, I could literally go down a list of 1,000 better projectile aliens than Spitter. It's not that fast. It's not that agile. It's not cool. There is no reason for you to be picking Spitter. I think there's one alien that got hit with the redundant card worse than any other alien, and that's Arctiguana.
No.
Because if you list out all of Ben 10's aliens, there's one alien that is objectively the best, and that's Big Chill.
Oh, so come on. Why? Dude, Arctiguana has the... Is he saying he hates Arctiguana, or is he just saying he's weak? Because Arctiguana is kind of cute, bro. Like, he's kind of like...
Why on earth would I ever pick Arctiguana?
Bro, what happened if Arctiguana is the only alien you have, and you can't use Big Chill? Like, no
Arctiguana can't fly, it can't go invisible, it can't go intangible. Big Chill is just better.
You know what? Diamond Head can't fly. Diamond Head can't go through walls, and he's still pretty good.
In every single way. There is no reason Arctiguana should even...
You know, that was a bad reputation because Diamond Head's like 10 times stronger than him.
Be in this Omnitrix. Like, if Ben had the option to delete aliens from the Omnitrix, Arctiguana should be the first.
Whoa. Okay, dude. Is he a Ben 10 hater? There's no way.
Pick. Bro's just taking up space at this point. Speaking of taking up space, Walkatrout. Honestly,
Okay.
I don't even know how many times
This is the alien you need to delete. Alright.
Ben has turned into Walkatrout, but it has to be less than, what, 3? It's literally just a fish. It's weak, it's slippery, it doesn't do anything positive. It's literally just a fish. Once again, if I could delete aliens, I need to get Walkatrout out of here. I don't even want the chance to accidentally turn into Walkatrout. Get him the fuck out of here. My boy Molestache. Here's the thing about Molestache. He's actually a lot better than he looks. When you
Yeah.
first see Molestache, you think he's gonna be completely useless and can't do anything. But that mustache of his can actually do a lot. It can punch people. It can turn into a propeller and fly around.
I forgot about that.
He could be a useful alien if there weren't so many aliens that could do everything that he does better. He's not a good brawler. He flies, but he's not that fast. He's cool. If he would have been in the original 10 aliens, I think maybe he would have got some playtime.
No.
He would have been a cool character.
No.
But the fact that he came out during Omniverse when there are so many better aliens, he got to go on the list because there's just no reason to ever pick him. But that's no hate to my boy because I actually do respect Molestache. I just think he was introduced too late to be interesting. All right, y'all want to get controversial? Let's get controversial. Next alien, Alien X. Now, I know
I agree. You're probably thinking, why do I agree that Alien X is useless? It's because you need to understand that if you want to reality manipulate stuff or like create stuff, it might take you 1 billion years, and everyone might be dead by then.
they're alien.
Because when Alien X came out, he was the biggest joke because at my school, we made fun of we made fun of Alien X because we called him a statue. And my friend said he loved Alien X, and we all made fun of him because we were like, you like the powers of a statue, bro?
X super fans out there that are gonna be like, Alien X is so strong. Alien X can
He
do
is.
anything. He can stop time. He can create universes. He can this. He can that.
He's right, like, bro, we waited so long. We waited 200 episodes probably just to see Alien X be used properly.
Yeah, except for the fact that he doesn't. The only reason to turn into Alien X is if you just want to be a big dumb brick that can't fucking do anything.
Yep.
In order for Alien X to be useful, you gotta make them two motherfuckers agree. And here's the thing, they never agree. There was an episode of Ben 10 where they were flying through where all the other Alien X's live, and they were
Yep.
all just frozen in place, doing absolutely nothing because they don't do anything. You can't make them agree. Yes, by the end of the show, Ben was granted master control, so he does have the ability to actually make Alien X do things, but let's be honest, that was all the way at the end of the show, and that's such a special scenario.
Yeah, I agree.
In general, Alien X just isn't a good alien, and I
See this, everyone? This is why Spitter is stronger than Alien X.
know there are diehards out there that are literally typing out paragraphs in the comments right now to tell me why Alien X is so great. He's not. He's not that good. I'm telling you right now, if you had an Omnitrix, you should never turn into Alien X. I'm so passionate.
Well, I don't know. If you're Ben, you shouldn't turn into an Alien X. I think Alien X is the only alien that you have to spend time with because I think the motions, like, I don't know. I think you could be like best friends with them and just like chill. You don't have to do anything with Alien X. And I think if you chill with your emotions, they might warm up and just like let you do whatever.
About my Alien X hate because there are people that just die hard for him and he's not a good alien at all. People think just because he can do a lot makes him great. What makes an alien great is what they actually do. Alien X has a lot of potential, but potential is worth absolutely nothing. Alien X is going on this goddamn list of worst aliens. Enough of the controversial takes. Let's go down to one of the most hated aliens of all time, Fast Track. When I was first introduced to Fast Track,
I actually love Fast Track. I think his design looks really cool, and I think I warmed up to it. I think I was sad when, because it is frustrating because you waited Alien Force and Ultimate Alien for Accelerate the show back up, and he doesn't, and you get this alien. I think that made so many people mad. But I think now that we have Omniverse, I think Fast Track is... I kind of wish Fast Track was used in Omniverse, I won't lie, because I think Fast Track is a good character. A good alien.
I thought he was absolute garbage. But then I got on Ben 10 Twitter and Ben 10 Reddit, and I found out that people absolutely hate this alien. Like,
yeah,
I
there's
dislike him, but people feel so strongly against him. And I get why. He's just the worst version of Accelerate. Fast Track is supposed to be more combat focused than Accelerate is, but he's not good enough at combat to where you would pick him over a different agile combat alien, and he's not fast enough to be faster than Accelerate, so there really isn't any reason to pick him. Not only that, why did they make him the same color as Accelerate? Did they really just think we were going to forget that Accelerate ever existed? Honestly, it's to the point where I feel like whoever created him was the one who forgot that Accelerate existed. Because this alien is just so redundant and useless. Who is picking Fast Track? Fast Trash is so worthless. I like Accelerate better.
Trash?
Get this man out of my face. I never want to see him again. Next up is Nanomech. Here's the problem. Nanomech is really just too small to do anything. Gray Matter is...
I hate Nanomech because, like, dude, that one scene where, I just hate that scene where, Ben had a quick change out of Ultimate Swamp Fire for this weak alien. Unbelievable.
Small, but Nanomech is just way too small. And it's not like it's ever really necessary to be as small as Nanomech is. It would be different if maybe he had the ability to, like, interface with technology, or if he was super smart or something like that. He's really just a small alien with mild electricity blasts. Like, I get it if you have to be small to, like, sneak into somewhere, but Ben has so many aliens that are invisible or intangible. So when you have invisibility and intangibility, it just makes Nanomech kind of stupid. If I want a small alien, I'm gonna pick Gray Matter and also get the power of the smartest alien to ever exist. Nanomech, you going in the trash. And now, for my final alien pick. If you know me, I don't even have to say what alien this is. You've been waiting for me to say this alien the entire time. And guess what? I've been waiting to say this alien the entire time. Out of all of Ben 10's aliens, there is one alien that I hate and have disdain for over all of the rest. And that alien is fucking Ripjaws.
I have never met a Ripjaws hater in my entire Ben 10 lifetime. Has anyone met a Ben 10 Ripjaws hater? We're watching rare footage right now. Let's see what he has to say.
And every single time I say something negative about Ripjaws, here come the Ripjaws superfan. He was my favorite in the original 10. I think Ripjaws looks so cool. He can swim fast in water. He can rip through steel. Who fucking cares, dude? Let's get one thing straight right off the rip.
I care.
Ripjaws does not look cool. Ripjaws is ugly as hell.
This video, he has to be trolling, bro. Like, there's no way, bro. There's, like, no way, A power scale? No, I don't think so, bro. Hold up. Yeah. See, look, he proved my point. So they did buff Ditto and Omniverse. They took out the weakness. So that's good. So Ditto had a buff.
Hell.
Dude, I don't know if I could say anything. Like, could I?
Jaws, what a rip.
Dude, because, like, in my opinion, Ripjaws has the coolest design in the original. Because, like, my favorite alien is Wildmutt, but, like, even Ghost Freak or, like, Sascare. I don't know. I think Ripjaws has the most coolest design in OG Ben 10.
He is a big, ugly fish. His teeth are ugly. His eyes are ugly. That little dumb
We got 2 minutes left.
thing dangling in front of his face is ugly. He doesn't look cool. He looks dumb. Not only is he ugly, but he's useless. Ben
Okay.
has a bunch of different water aliens that are faster than Ripjaw.
No, they're not. Water Hazard is not faster. Like, if you put Water Hazard in the water... Because it's literally said that Ripjaws isn't... Well, minus Accelerate, but in the water, Ripjaws is fast. Like, there's no way, especially Overflow and Reboot. There's no way.
Ripjaws in the water and better than Ripjaws
Who?
in the water.
Who?
All Ripjaws does, Ben has a bunch of different water aliens that are faster.
He has... Okay, maybe... Brainstorm counts. So, let's... So, there's... Overflow, which is a Reboot alien. There's Water Hazard. That's 2. We could count Brainstorm. Maybe, so Water Hazard, Overflow, Brainstorm, Ripjaws, that's 4. And you're telling me that, okay, maybe, you could say, Brainstorm is stronger than, Ripjaws, but, like, not faster.
Than Ripjaws in the water and better than Ripjaws in the water. All Ripjaws does is swim and rip through steel. Who cares that he can rip through steel? If you
He looks cool doing it.
were to go through all of Ben 10's aliens, it's harder to find aliens that can't rip through steel than the ones that can.
Bullfrog can't rip through steel. The worst can't.
That is not impressive by any means. I don't get why that's supposed to be the draw to this alien. Even in the original 10 aliens, Ben had better aliens that could rip through steel than Ripjaws. So what? And look, I get it. He was the only water alien in the original 10, so I will give him that. In the original 10...
You know what? If he doesn't say that because season 3 of OG Ben 10, Ripjaws wasn't shown once. I hope he says something
He had
about
some
that.
use in the 2 times that Ben needed to go in water. But guess what? Outside of water, he is so useless. He's not that strong. He's not that agile. And he can't even be out of water for extended periods of time. And don't get me started on if there's a fire around, then he's completely cooked. And I know a lot of my Ripjaws hate is straight bias and subjectivity, but I don't care. I hate this alien with a burning passion. And I can already see the comments now of all the Ripjaws super fans, and I'm sorry for hating on y'all favorite alien, but he sucks. Y'all needed to hear this. He sucks. If you had a full Omnitrix of Ben 10 aliens and you ever pick Ripjaws, you are a bug.
When I was a little kid, you know the toy Omnitrix? I used to pretend to turn into Ripjaws and then jump in the water. And like, I jumped in the water with the watch on. And dude, that toy Omnitrix could withstand water. It was crazy. The OG Ben 10 Omnitrix was like, the toy one was like, it was indestructible. I lost mine.
Out of your mind. What a waste of space. But enough on Ripjaws. I'm glad I ended the list off with him because I just hate Ripjaws so much. But thank you guys so much for watching the list. Please let me know if there are any aliens that I missed that are absolutely useless.
Yeah. I don't think there's not really a big list of useless aliens. I'm sorry. Like, because even the worst has a purpose. Except for, what's his name? Oh, Walkatrout. Because Walkatrout sucks. But he also has a purpose because you could say, he can't be, like, no one can, like grab him, so he, like, slips out. To say, like, the weakest alien doesn't have a purpose is crazy. But anyways, this is my first time seeing a Ripjaws hater. I have never seen a Ripjaws hater in my life. Y'all guys have a great day. Sub to my Twitch and my YouTube, and I'll see you tomorrow. And sub to his channel. Sub to his channel right now. Alright, so...